Alright everyone, increasingly I have to talk about war and human tragedy and suffering and stuff like that, so I sort of wanted to mix it up with something that's much more flippant. It's kind of sort of newsworthy in the mimetic sense, although it's a very, very strange topic. Chrischan is back, making videos online. My condolences to everyone. Link in the description if you truly want to see it. I watched it so you won't have to, though. And there are probably a dozen other people that have made review videos of this. Chrischan, for those not aware of this, is sort of at the center of a major nexus of online drama and has been for a very long time, directly leading to the friggin' creation of Kiwi Farms, which is basically the soap opera tabloid site for e-content, so like basically gossip about content creators. And boy oh boy does Chrischan do his job generating plenty of interesting fodder for people to talk about. This is the dude who cut open his own perineum when urged to do so by trolls on the internet. This is also the dude who appears to have had sex with his own elderly mother. He escaped charges, and by the way, I will point out to people who dogpiled me actually partially at the time, I pointed out that it was likely he would escape charges for incest. That's because they would have to prove that his mother was demented, or she would be the one fundamentally charged, because he's not just mentally ill, but obviously a slow adult. He is delusional. And if you look at this, I don't know how you'd class it. It's partially a music video or a series of them, and somebody taught him how to use a green screen. So, no, maybe the Christians are right and the end times really are coming, I suppose. It's part music video, and he invokes like Team Rocket and weird, Pikachu related shit. He's got Sonichu, of course, it's his creation. And rambles delusionally about several religious topics, briefly. I'm wondering, is there going to be like a Bible commentary series or something? Because it says Jesus and pals in the background. I'm not exactly sure partially what I'm watching here when I do watch it. And keep in mind, I'm giving you the best possible description of what you can expect to see if you decide to open the link. You're going to see a very troubled individual dancing around and, singing, supposedly, about various subtopics that all run together as his schizophrenia deepens and worsens over time. And think, this is one of the less pernicious content creators on the internet at this point. He's a fruitcake, but it's entertaining, and I can't look away because it's so terrible way, if that makes sense. So, yeah, you can watch it if you want to, I suppose, but you don't have to. Just imagine a middle-aged, deranged individual dancing and singing about people sucking and Team Rocket and occasionally referencing Jesus. And towards the end, I think originally he thought Jesus had talked to him through a mannequin, if I remember correctly, like at the store. This was probably around the time he started developing signs of schizophrenia. Now he appears to be referring to himself as Jesus, at one point holding his hands up to the screen and talking about having nails in them, and, oh, I've done this before, and it appears he's declaring himself to be Jesus Christ at one point. I'm not exactly sure, but it's entertaining anyway. As someone who doesn't really go into e-drama, it really is my hope. At this point, the internet's had so much fun with this particular individual. It really is time, I think, for the authorities to step in and maybe put him in an asylum or something, because he's clearly not capable of caring for himself. I mean, again, he cut his own perineum open at one point because people online told him it was a good idea. He was low-key encouraged to act out certain fantasies with his own mother. It appears that over and over, the story of Chrischan is the story of the internet saying, hey, what crazy shit can we get him to do next? Because we know that he's gullible and he's delusional, his mind's all warped. We can probably convince him to do so. What should we convince him? I know, he's going to save people by throwing bricks over the highway overpass. It's only a matter of time before somebody ends up getting killed as the result of his actions if he continues to be perturbed by third parties. And other people that pretended to be his friend notoriously have turned their backs on him when they realized just how messed up he really was. It's one thing if you're convincing him to, smear himself with grape jelly or something like that, like good old internet humor. It's another thing when you're verging in on felonies, and it involves someone who clearly is not 100% with it. That part stops being funny at some arbitrary cutoff point, and I think that we've reached that. Basically, what you're witnessing is a freak show, a lunatic, in the literal sense, diagnosed as delusional. He's doing weird shit with his mom and other bizarre things, and you'll see some bizarre stuff. I mean, it is only a couple weeks till Halloween, so I guess the timing of this drop was perfect. And most people just referencing the fact that now that he knows how to use a green screen, it's a nowhere to go but down from here, I suppose. So yeah, have fun. I'm sure that you will. That's about all. Peace out.